Well, thanks to Muftal for sports and certainly Dr. Pambo for that education. But let's move on also to something really important, and this is a conversation that you'll love. Rarely nowadays do we get the opportunity to explore the early days of Ghana's independence through the eyes of one who saw and lived it all. But we get such an occasion as we host Emma Florence Ya Adinira Amedahe. She's a lady in waiting to Lady Listowel, wife of the last Governor General, Fathia Nkrumah, and Felicia ANKRAH, General Ankrahs' other wife. This is a conversation with Benjamin Akapo. Do enjoy.
Well, we are today in the eastern region, and for very good reason. A beautiful story has drawn us from Accra to Akosombo, specifically the Volta Hotel, where we find ourselves currently. And it's a privilege, basically, to speak to the person with whom I'm about to discourse. She turns 90 on the 20th day of June, that is this month, and she served with the Osajefo himself, Dr. Nkrumah. For 6 years, she was there by his side, by his family, for those 6 years before the coup d'etat on the 24th of February, 1966. I speak of none other than a woman whose story has not been told, but which we are telling today, Emma Florence Ya Adinira Amedahe. She is our guest today. Mommy,
yes.
Thank you so much for joining us for the conversation. So let's start from here. Before you even encountered Osajefo Dr. Nkrumah, something happened. There was a recommendation by Governor General Lord Listowel, who served between 1958 and 1960. Tell us a bit about what was your interaction like with Lord Listowel?
I saw in the daily that they want somebody to take care of Lady Listowel.
Okay.
And they said the person who is 25 years to 35.
Okay.
By that time, I was 26 years.
Okay.
And again, a person who attended a girls' school.
Okay.
And I have attended girls' school for 4 years. So I thought that I can reply. And I reply. They gave us the date that when you reply, you bring the application yourself. So when the date come, I sent the application myself. So I reached there, I saw one watchman, garden boy. And I asked him, and he said, this is the gate to Flagstaff House. He never entered there before, so I should stand. Those who are working there will come and pass. So I was standing there, and a Northerner was about to pass. He was opening the gate, and I asked him, is he working there? He said, yes. He said, I am coming there. They said there is an interview there. So this is my application letter. I'm coming for the interview. And he said I should follow him. So I followed him, and we enter. He gave me a seat, and I sit down. Later on, the workers come. The car come and drop the workers. And the chief steward come near me and ask me, Madam, are you one of those who are coming for the interview? Then I said, yes. I said, He brought the tray, silver tray, and I put my letter. Soon, the girls were coming one by one. By 10 o'clock, then the ADC, AD camp for the governor came and took the applications in.
Were there other ladies you saw?
Yes, other ladies, about 12 ladies.
About 12 of you?
Yes, they put their letters in. And the aide camp came and took them by 10 o'clock. And he welcomed us and called us in and briefed us about the interview. It wasn't a written interview. How to serve. How to serve people. They make trees down. When I saw the trees, I heard word of one boy speaking Ewe. Then I greeted him and asked him, these plenty trees, what are they going to do with them? Then he said, we are going to use them. Madame is going to invite some people and we will serve them. So I looked through the trees. Some of the things are not familiar for me. Like I saw some small sugar with colored green, blue, and white and yellow. And I asked,
some pastries.
Yes, sugar. And I asked the boy, what is this? And he said, it's sugar for coffee.
Oh, right.
I saw lime, they slide it and put in a saucer. What is this two going to do with tea? And he told me some people don't like milk. So they will have lime. But if I'm going to serve, I should ask. So when I take it to this person, I'll ask, please, what do you want? If tea with milk or plenty? Tea with milk and with 2 cubes of sugar or no sugar. Tea with lime. I do it. I go here. Or do you want coffee? I give you with that sugar. So I go through all of them like that, and I finish. When I finish, it was 12 o'clock, so we close.
How did you feel when you were done? Did you feel you had done enough to get the job?
Yes.
You felt you would get the job?
Yes. So the ADC came and called us in again and thanked us that he thanked us for coming. And he asked, who is Amedahe? And I said, hi, sir. And he said, come this way. And I went to his right. The other girls were here.
When the ADC called you like that, how did you feel? Were you afraid?
My heart, yes.
You were afraid?
Yes. I was afraid about the man already, the white man. He called me.
Do you remember his name?
Yes. Major Port Hunt.
Major Port Hunt.
Yes, Major Port Hunt. So I was a bit afraid, and I stand there, and he thanked the other girls and bid them goodbye. Tell them that next time when they call them again, they shouldn't hesitate, they should come. And they left. And I remained there. I was afraid. And he asked me, and he told me, they have taken me to work here to take care of lady and her belongings. Will I do the work? I said yes. How much did I want them to pay me? That one rather made me afraid.
It was a headache for you.
Yes, it was a headache for me. So I make like this. And he smiled. And he asked me, are you working? I said yes. How much are they paying you? I said £7. And he said, we will add one and pay you £8. I said, thank you, sir. Because we will give you a place to stay.
Okay.
A lorry too will pick you to work in and out. So we'll pay you £8. I was glad within me.
And so that was how you started working?
Yes.
The
so
Listowel
after the Christmas and New Year, 1st January, I came to Flagstaff House and start the work with Lady. As for Lady, he's a film star. You won't see him sleep there. Every place, any place you see, he can sleep on the veranda, the balcony, any place. When you went to the room to tidy, you won't see her. I have to be looking around before I saw her somewhere with her bedsheet there.
So pretty much of a free spirit. But what was the experience like generally? How long were you with the Listowels?
2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
What was it like working for Lord and Lady Listowel? What was it like, briefly? What was the experience like?
There are some of the things I don't know before, but when I went there, staying there opened my eyes.
We were transitioning from the independence period, and so there was Osajifo, who would, take over Prime Minister and then as President of Ghana. How did you come to meet Osajifo? What was the role Governor General Listowel played?
When it was time for him to leave Ghana, he went around to every region to bid them goodbye. So it came to Volta region. So when we went, he used to ask me all the time, where from you? I said, Amedahe. But he won't say anything till the last visit to bid them goodbye. The governor called me and tell me that I should get ready. He want to take me to the Prime Minister. We were staying at State House, but Prime Minister is staying at Castle.
Right.
So I got ready and we went. When we went, he called me and introduced me to them that this girl, Emma, he is going. He wanted to go take me along, but my grandfather did not like that idea, so he brought me back. He don't want to leave me as an orphan, so he brought me to them to take me as their own daughter and take care of me. Told them, I'm a good girl, I'm a humble girl, I'm a smart girl. Osajifo was nodding his head like this.
Was that the first time you were seeing Osajifo?
Yes, that's the first time I saw him. So they said, he asked me, have I agreed to stay with them? I said, yes. Have I taken my annual leave? I said, no. Okay. When governor left, I should take my annual leave. After that, I should come to them. They will not be here again if governor left. They will go to Flagstaff House.
Right.
So I should report at the Flagstaff House.
Okay.
So I took my annual leave for 1 month. After that, I report there. And when I went, Madam took me to the children's room. And that was the first time. He didn't assign me with anything yet, but he let me stay with the children. There was a nurse there. I was helping the nurse, playing with the children. I bought storybooks and reading for them. So they were so happy. When they are eating, I'm reading.
How many were they then?
The children.
The children, Gabal?
Two, Gamel and Samia.
And Samia.
Samia was small, but I was playing with them. Then, if the nurse is sick or asks permission for to go for some place, I will stay with the children. So they were friendly with me. I was there for 1 month, and Madam started to call me to her room.
Okay.
Tidy her room and so on and so forth.
Was Fathia any different?
Fathia, yes.
Was she different from Lady Listowel?
Yes.
You mentioned how Lady Listowel would, scatter things around a bit. Was Fathia different?
No, Fathia didn't scatter things on the ground.
Right.
She would put them on either a stool or go and take it. So she started drawing me near herself. When her hairdresser came, she would call me to come and help. He's a man, Joseph, called Joseph. I'll be giving him pins to do the hair. One day, Joseph dressed the hair, finished. Madam says she don't like the hair. She make her hands in and scatter it. And she told me to come and do it and let's see. When I did it, she appreciated it. Then another day, she let me to do it again. Joseph was there. I did it. She liked it. The third day, I did it. She liked it. Then she told Joseph that he shouldn't come again.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I will do it. So I started. But she sent me to Joseph's workshop to go and polish. So every morning, 10 o'clock, when I finish with her, then I go to Joseph's workshop. I was there learning anyway for 3 months.
Okay.
Making her hair here too. So she saw that I am okay to do her hair for me. So she stopped Joseph and asked me to not to go to the workshop again. I should come. What I have learned is okay. So I stopped and I took over to make her hair.
What was your relationship like with her? Obviously, she liked how you worked, but
yes, she liked.
What was your relationship like with Fathia through the time you stayed with her? What was the relationship like?
We were friendly. She was like my sister, and I too was like her sister.
Was she older than you were?
I was older than her 1 year.
By a year. So you had things you shared in common.
Yes.
Did you ever talk about life, about the things in your life, in her life?
Yes.
Where she had come?
Yes. We used to talk. Even how the husband was treating her, she used to tell me. She used to tell me. We used to converse.
What are some of the things she told you?
Her sisters and mother, we went there.
To Egypt?
Yes, we went there. So I know a lot of them. She and her siblings, yes.
But you were making a point about how she used to share real life stories with you. What are some of the things she shared with you about Osajifo?
She said Osajifo didn't like her. He's a womanizer. So the day Papa left we used to call him Papa, left to Hanoi, Madame Tupac, that she's leaving to her hometown and she won't come back again. So in fact, I packed all her things. We, those who are going to follow her, the controller came and take our passports to renew them for us. We brought our luggage.
Going to follow her
to Egypt again, yes. Our luggages, we brought them. We prepare, get ready to go. I washed her hair on the 23rd that morning, put on the rollers, and thinking that 24th I will come and dress her hair for her. In the evening, then we fly to Egypt. But before daybreak,
we heard of the coup.
Then we heard of the coup. And I didn't see her again.
So that was the last time you saw
That
Fathia?
was the last time.
And the children?
Yes, and the children. I made efforts that day, coup day, to go to Flagstaff House. The car which used to pick me didn't come. And I walk to the street. You won't see any car, you won't see anybody. You will only see army cars going up and down. But I walk from State House. They give me a place at State House. I walk from there to Flagstaff House.
With all these military patrols, you were still, you didn't bother, you walked?
I like my work. I know that there I am getting my bread from. I didn't mind at all. I walked to Sankara Circle.
But just to interject, had you heard that there had been a coup?
Yes.
You knew?
Yes, I knew. And when I was going, I reached Sankara Junction Circle. At the right side, I saw the soldiers They are ambushed in the gutter there. I was walking then. Hey, woman, where are you going from? I was afraid, and I ran to the other side. I walked till I reached nearly reached the Flagstaff house. Then I turned to the right, where the helicopter used to park before we board and go to where we were going. I stand at that park. That place the soldiers too used to change guard. I went and stand there and looking through Flagstaff house, how they shoot, and the gate was broken. I stand there and look for about, I stand there for about 1 hour because my luggages too were there. So I was thinking that maybe I'll get chance
to enter.
To enter.
Were you able to enter?
Well, I didn't see any soldier around that time. So I made up my mind that I will enter, thinking that I will see Madame and to make her hair for her. But I didn't see anybody in there. When I stepped, like here to here, I heard a loud voice, "Go back!" The voice were like a thunder, not knowing two soldiers were standing on the tower at the gate there. So they all shout at once. I fell down. In fact, when I was lucky that no car was coming, otherwise it would smash me. When I got up from there, I ran again to where I was standing, and quickly I passed Switchback Road. I don't know if you go there.
Yes.
I ran past there. Going, I was mad. I don't know where I was going. I passed through the bungalows, running, going, and then later on, I came to a forest, like a reserve forest. I saw soldiers, which they were shoot. Some were groaning. Before I reached there were 2 ambulances at the roadside.
So these were those who had been shot?
Yes.
Who had been in some battle?
Groaning. Some who were dead. The stretcher was picking them to the ambulance. So I just don't know, running through them until I made up my mind that I was going to Cantonment Police Station. My sister's husband was a police. I was running to him.
Were you able to make it there?
Yes, I made it. I made it.
And what happened when you got there?
When I reached his place, he was at Aptus. I can't rap, I can't climb. I threw myself on the floor ground. He was in the room. Then he heard something and come down, come up. What do you want here? Where did you pass? I couldn't talk. I was so tired. He gave me water and drink and sit down for some time before I could talk to him. That I know that Madame is there and I'm going to make her hair for her. Say, oh, Madame has gone. I said, gone to where? He said, oh, to her country. Madame is no more here.
How did you receive that? Was it shocking news?
Yes, shocking I was just shaking my head.
Because you really wanted to go with her?
Yes. I said, just like that? Say yes. The Egyptian ambassador, come and take him. They have all gone with the children. Then he dressed in his police uniform and took a car and take me back to my house. His brother too was a security man, so he gave me his car key. His car was in the Flagstaff house, so he know that anytime they come back, whether night or day, he will get me at work and get his key. So I hold the key and give it to the man, and he took me to his to my house. Tell me not to come out again. It is coup.
And on that note of a coup, what was the mood like in the country? You had had your first taste, I'm sure, of a coup d'etat. What was the mood like in the country? How did people react to the coup?
Some were happy, but some were sad. I didn't go to the town, but I was hearing the noise. Those, you see, the State House, our place is near Osu. All the Osu people at our side there came and hooting to us.
They were hooting at you?
Yes.
Why?
They don't want Nkrumah, and now Nkrumah has gone. His workers, they are hooting.
They were hooting at you, the
yes. So we don't go out. But me, another security man who is also staying at where I'm staying, left his children, 2 children with me. His brother too is a policeman. So I let this Alex took me to the man, and I told him that his brother left his children to me and his car, so what shall I do? He said I should take the children to their mother. I tell him my brother is a driver, he's with me. He said, okay, we should take the children to their mother. And after that, I should bring his belongings, the one I can take, put it in the car and bring to him at police cantonment. So I did that. I sent the children. When I went, their mother is staying at Kokomlimni. The people surrounded her and they were weeping, throwing themselves on the floor, knowing that the 2 children are killed. But alas,
that's what they were thinking.
And they were thinking, alas, here we are. Somebody saw them carrying their things. I was following them. Ran and tell the mother that he saw some people coming like Kweku and Aku. And she ran out to see, and it's them, her children. Come and see how she embraced all of us.
So it was a general state of fear for some people.
Yes.
And then happiness for others who did not want Nkrumah.
Yes.
But tell me, there had been many things that supposedly had led to the coup. Dissatisfaction in the armed forces, the military, some police people, some had spoken about corruption, some had said so many things about the Nkrumah administration, you know, the Preventive Detention Act and all of that. And some had said that Nkrumah had become a dictator. You lived with the man. What was he like? From the standpoint of someone who was there, you saw him. What was Nkrumah like?
As for me, I don't see him as a dictator. Well, outside maybe his outside character, but the character inside, we those who are working with him, he loved us. He never speak English to us. He speak Twi, Akan.
He was always speaking
Fanti. He always speak Fanti to us, and he like laughing, playing. So me, I know him that he used to play. He's not a dictator as people see him. Yes.
Do you feel the coup took away from Ghana? It set us back in any way? Do you feel, looking at the things Nkrumah was doing, the factories and everything, the Black Star Line and all of that, do you feel the coup cut short that and maybe prevented Ghana from becoming what it could have become?
Yes, I feel.
Why do you think that?
This coup, it cut short so many things. So the one who made the coup, General Kotoka, I don't like to hear his name at all.
You don't like to hear Kotoka's name?
No, some of us, we suffered in that coup. For instance, me, I was the only woman who stayed with the men, went among the men. And when they saw me, I was slim, not how I am today. Small, you see me as a small girl. So when the soldiers drove to the State House and saw me, you see, they went to every room and bring the workers out. They left their wives. I was the only woman worker. They beat me mercilessly.
The soldiers beat you?
They beat all of us, men. They beat them. They beat me too. Beat me, kick me.
They kicked you?
If they slap me and I fall down, they will kick the boot to the other man. He too will kick me. They made me as a football. Stamp me. My back, my waist, my lower abdomen. I suffer. One of them lights his lighter and smoke and burn me here.
Is that the mark?
Yes, this is the mark.
You mean one of the soldiers lit a cigarette with his lighter and then used the burning end
to burn me.
Wow.
With the lighter, burn me. I was shouting. He slapped me again. I shouldn't shout. I suffer.
Did you get to see the soldiers' name? You know, they
I don't know them. Now, before us, some were beating us here, some were in our rooms, packing our things. They loot us. They took our everything.
So your everything you had was taken by the soldiers?
Everything. When they match you in your room, they will call the room's name. I was C16. They say, where you come, you say yes, so then you get up. A soldier follow you with a gun. Then you are in the middle. Then a soldier at your back with the gun. Double up, double up, double up, till you reach your room. Everything they see, cloth, bedsheet, blanket, they turn all your things from your box, tight it, put down. Then they will put it on your own head, and you put it in the Land Rover for them. Everything.
So you lost everything.
Everything.
How did you get your life back after that experience? What was it like?
It was terrible.
In terms of work, did you get any work to do? How did you find your feet again economically? You had lost your job and all that. How did you manage?
After that, I never see a coup before. I heard Congo coup, and when we went to Egypt, we saw Patrice Lumumba's wife and children. That is all I know. But when I saw this one, it was terrible. I was running. My stomach, if even I took water, everything, because of how I was afraid. And as I see that I lose everything, the clothes that I put on before, they were throwing me as a football, tear here. Then they will make a fun of you. They put the bayonet there, and then they will be laughing. When I took the cloth, the one I tied the head, I changed it to this thing. And that one, later on, I take it to Amedahe, and he tear it, sew it together like this, cut that one, and then make it a cloth for me. So things were hard for me. I have bruises all over my body.
Did you have to go to hospital?
Yes, I went to Rich Hospital. They put me on injection, 7 injections. And I was having the injection before one day. I have 3. Then my son, he was with the father here, came that the father said they have killed all of us, but he and the driver should come and see if I am alive. They should bring me. He came. All my body was this thing, and they put injection on my body. So he told me, I said, look at me. I can't follow you. I am even running. I don't have a cloth to come there. So, and I'm having injection too. So go and tell your father, if I'm better, I'll come. And they left. The 3rd day they come again, that the father said, I should take the injection from the Rich, bring it to here, and they will give it to me at the hospital here. But it wasn't easy like that. Said they should go. So as they treated me there halfway, I have a cousin at Kokomlimli. I went and asked her to give me a cloth. She gave me and put on, and then I come here. When I come the 3rd day, he sent me to the hospital. They admitted me. So I stayed in the hospital for 3 weeks before I was discharged. When I was discharged, the 3rd day, a police wireless message came from Castle that they want me. I say, hey, now they are going to kill me. They didn't kill me before, now they will kill me. I won't go. He said, if I don't go, they will arrest him. I should go, they won't kill me. I was weeping and go. I go. When I reach, I didn't go to my house. I go to my former house where Listowel gave me.
Right.
I went there because there's a telephone there. With the intention that I should ring one of my colleagues, but I couldn't even get anybody. From there going to my house, then I saw the chief steward. He said, Emma, you come? I said, yes, sir. They want you at castle. I said, hey, don't say castle matter to me. I said, oh, there's nothing there. Now they say you should come and continue your work. Continue my work? I say, yes, now they have new head of state, General ANKRAH. So I used to take care of first ladies. So they want me to come and take care of ANKRAH's wife.
Was that a relief for you, at least for the moment?
Yes, it was a relief. And I told him that I hear, but there's no dress for me to take to work. So I'll go to my seamstress. I gave her 2 materials. If he saw them, then tomorrow I'll start work. But if she didn't show them, then I'll stay for a while. So, okay, I should go. When I go, truly, she saw one, and I take it and come home. Find something to eat and sleep. The next day I prepare and go to work at the castle. When I walk, because they don't know that I come before, they will give me a car. I walk and go. When I go, I asked for the lady. He took me to her. Myself and the controller. We went to her and the controller introduced me to the lady.
Do you remember her name?
Mildred ANKRAH.
Mildred ANKRAH.
Yes. So the controller tell her I used to take care of first ladies. So here I am. I'm going to work with her. She asked me, what work do you do for Madame Fathia? Told her. And my pay? Told her. She said, she too have a sister who can do that work. So she don't need me. Oh, I was disappointed. I left with the controller. Then controller tell me that General ANKRAH have 2 wives. And she sent me to the other one. How do they call her? Fathia Nkrumah. So I went to her place at the annex castle. She said, oh, for me, it's weak that I wear.
She was wearing a wig.
And then it's the wig you are going to make for me or what? She's half educated, so she can't speak English well. And as for her, she's frying Beaufort to, am I going to fry Beaufort for her or what? As they said, I should come and help her. Then the controller said, tell her that even you as the head of state's wife, you are not going to do this work again. Find somebody to do it for you. Emma is not coming to do this. Find somebody. She said, so what is she going to do? She said, I should stay here. If any visitor come, I will help her. So I was there. And they asked me to go to her room and see what and what she don't have. I called her and asked, these bed sheets and so on, are they for you or for the government? It says for her. I said, government is bringing you their own. So take this. And I tell the controllers, so they brought bed sheets, fridge, deep freezer and fridge, cooker to her. Say, hey, Emma, you try, oh. And they brought me all this. They come and fill the fridge with drinks, the deep freezer with fish and meat. But they told her that it's a guest house. Any guest can come.
And you would be in charge.
Yes.
Of that. So how long did you never work with Mildred after she said she had a sister who would come and assist? Was it just Felicia?
At the castle, I left and I came to the nest.
Okay, so it was Felicia you were with.
Yes.
How long did you work with Felicia for?
1 year, because when I was there, another coup came.
Yes.
And the second one too came. How could I be with coups? So I worked 1 year with her and I resigned.
Right. You resigned?
Yes, I resigned. Because I was so much afraid.
So that was, I mean, from Lord Listowel to Nkrumah to ANKRAH.
Yes.
ANKRAH.
Yes.
Did you ever hear from Nkrumah again? Did you, after the 24th February 1966 coup, did you ever hear from Nkrumah again?
I never hear of him till I heard of his death. Yes, till I heard of his death. And the time they brought the body, I went and saw Madame. She saw, yes, she saw me. The controller tell her, I used to take care of first ladies. So here I am. I'm going to work with her. She asked me, what work do you do for Madame Fathia? To her. And my pay to her. She said, she too have a sister who can do that work. So she don't need me. Oh, I was disappointed. I left with the controller. Then controller tell me that Ankrah have 2 wives. And she sent me to the other one. How do they call her? Felicia Nkrumah. So I went to her place at the annex castle. She said, oh, for me, it's weak that I wear.
She was wearing a wig.
And then it's the wig you are going to make for me or what? She's half educated, so she can't speak English well. And as for her, she's frying Beaufort to, am I going to fry Beaufort for her or what? As they said,